Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Monday, November 18th. Yeah, it is. Great to have you in today, November 18th, 2019. It's the 56th anniversary of the touch-tone phone. I don't know if you knew that. Hopefully you all can hear me okay. How's everybody doing this morning? Make sure to hit the thumbs up on your way in. And I will put your chat comments up on the screen as you come in. Sorry, it's a bit noisy in here. I'm getting a little bit later start on the stream today, so it's a bit noisier where I am. Thank you for the thumbs up for whoever did that. And glad to have you in this morning. So the first day of the work week, how's everybody doing? You have a busy week ahead of you. Got a busy week for sure, but encouraged. Had a good weekend. Great to be back. I didn't do a whole lot of live streaming last week. I had a lot of other things going on. So my live streams have been a little bit more random. Welcome in to those of you who are just coming in to watch. November 18th, as I mentioned earlier, it's the 56th anniversary of the touch-tone phone. In 1963 is when they released the touch-tone phone. I believe it was in Pennsylvania. Sam, welcome in. Great to have you in. Getting this stream started a little bit earlier or later today because just had some other things that I had to work on. I'm actually putting up a video today on a product review that I did on a bolt and screw extractor set. So that'll go up here in about an hour. I'm showing 3 people in here. I think I just have a couple people in the background, Sam. They just aren't coming into the chat. So how did your weekend go, Sam? You know, Sam had a new video that went up Friday night. If you want to check that out for those of you that are coming in. So yeah, Sam, people are continuing to send me products. I'm getting inquiries at least once a week now of people who want to send me products to review, and I've got another one coming this weekend, or this week rather. Had a good weekend. Nice. Let me put that up here, Sam. So Sam's saying that he had a great weekend. Did you have some extra time this weekend to just do different things outside of work, or what made the weekend great, Sam? I know it had I couldn't help it. I bought another Google Home. Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling me about that, the Google Home Mini. Yeah, so you're having a lot of fun trying to figure out how that works and all the different things that you can do with it. I know I still need to get my, yeah, that thing is awesome. The Google Home Mini, there's so much that you can do with it. I know my kids are becoming more and more dependent on it, especially for their school. They love to ask it to add, subtract, look up history facts for them. sometimes we have to put some regulations on it and help them to learn to research different ways as well. We don't want them obviously to cheat. Yeah, I need to spend some more time just seeing what I can do with it. I have an Alexa as well. I can broadcast audio through my home, like an intercom system. Yeah, that's a really cool feature. And if you have more than one, you can kind of daisy chain them together, which is a great thing to do with them as well. Yeah, we love listening to our Spotify on it. Listen to setting the mood for different music. It's kind of funny. Sometimes we'll put some more classical, calm music on there if our kids are kind of getting a little bit out of hand. It helps to calm them down. You broadcast your voice. Oh, you'll have to show me how to do that, Sam. So you're doing it through, oh, you woke up with it? So you woke up hearing your own voice? You'll definitely have to show me how you did that. That's pretty cool. You could probably set reminders with your own voice too. Are you using the app along with it a lot to do a lot of things with it? Yeah. I love, one thing that we really like about it too is creating a shopping list. It's really easy to create a shopping list on there. And have you used the voice recognition? So it speaks differently to me than it does to my wife, because it recognizes her voice. So it uses a woman's voice for her and a man's voice for me. Welcome in, those of you who are just joining us this morning. Great to have you all in. Oh, you woke up with 70s music. Woke up with like the Bee Gees or something. It's great. You could probably program it to wake up to different music every day if you want. That's a great idea. Thinking about how to use that as an alarm clock or a reminder or whatnot. One thing that I like about it that I'd like to utilize more is, say I'm working on my car, being able to ask it different questions related to the project I'm doing, or asking it different questions. You can integrate it to read your email to you and all sorts of things. Oh, you love the Bee Gees? Yeah, I like a lot of their music too. I can still remember hanging out at my friend's house back in the 70s listening to that music. Yeah, ask for the weather. It's really good for directions too, in how long it's going to take to get a certain place, because it has that real-time traffic integration, and then it sends the route to your phone through the app. So that's what I really like about it, is finding out how long it's going to take to get to certain places. Turn on the lights, dim light. Oh yeah, that's right, because you have that smart light, which it would be fun to get that. Having it set a reminder for your favorite sports team, whether that's football or basketball, and then when the game is on. I know there's people, if you've ever used Sam, if you've ever used IFTTT, it's a great integration that you can connect into all your different smart devices to do really cool things. Like, for example, you could have it notify you through your smart light that a package has arrived, or that your favorite team just scored a touchdown. I mean, it's the opportunities are limitless. Welcome in, Josh. It's been a little while since we've had you in here. Great to see you this morning. How are you doing? Oh, you bought the second one in Best Buy. Gotcha. Yeah, IFTTT. Are you familiar with it? I will show you. So it integrates with just about everything, and you can set up what are called recipes on here to. I mean, you can do just about everything with this. So I'd encourage you to check that out. It's a very cool site. Oh, you are familiar with it. Okay. I thought you probably would be. You're technical enough. I thought you would be familiar with it. Yeah, I used to use it a lot. I just haven't had as much time to really explore it and create different recipes, even though a lot of it, it boasts to be a time saver for a lot of things. I need to get back into exploring the different options in it to see. I mean, they're constantly updating it with the different apps and smart devices that it integrates with. They sold out in Target. They have it for the same price at Best Buy. Ah, yeah, I imagine it may sell out at Best Buy too, just because of the holiday shopping. In that Spotify offer that I mentioned about a week ago in one of my streams, I wouldn't be surprised if they're sold out already as well. You saved yourself good money there. That's great. Yeah, this time of year, especially if you get older models. I know there was a point where they had the older Alexa model for really cheap. Sometimes it's worth just getting a little bit older one to save you a lot of money. They said it's better than Amazon Echo. Yeah, I have found because I have both. I have the Echo in my office, and then we have the Google Home Mini in our our living room kitchen area, and we use that one more. And I've just found that it's more responsive in a lot of ways. Now, obviously, the Echo is going to be better for if you want to do shopping on Amazon with your voice. Obviously, it's going to be more integrated for that. But I found that overall, for just about every integration, the Mini does better than Echo. You can do more with home. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, Sam. I did a video several months ago on some smart plugs, smart outlets, and those integrated really easily with the Home Mini, so that I could turn on and off these outlets just with my voice. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in those of you coming in. Don't forget the thumbs up. Smash that thumb and turn it blue. Vern, good morning to you. You'll be in and out. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Glad to have you in. So, do you all remember when the touch-tone phone was, the cool thing? And that's what I featured here this morning in my title, was the 56 years of the touch-tone phone that came out on this day 56 years ago. I think it was Pennsylvania Bell or somewhere there released it. Great to have you in, Nathaniel. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. I remember in the 70s, I actually remember still using rotary phones. When I was a kid, I think we had one on the wall in the kitchen a rotary phone, that is. And then when we moved into a new house, we got touch-tone phones. Of course, they were still corded. And then I remember when they actually transitioned to having cordless, but I remember those cordless phones, how staticky they would get when you would walk a little bit too far away from the receiver. Before your time, huh, Vern? Way before your time, huh? Only 29. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. You watch these videos where they're giving these millennials like a rotary phone, and they have no idea how to use it, or even how to use a corded phone. It's so foreign to them. And then, of course, when cell phones rolled out, well, first car phones came out like in the late 80s, early 90s. I remember my sister had one in her car. It was just this massive thing, but could only be used for emergencies because it was really expensive to use. Sam, I remember those rotary phones. They had nice clickety sound. Yeah, it was very relieving. It was very... I love that sound too. I love the sound of that when it would spin like that. You just felt, when you would dial it, because you had to dial. I was in a small town, so we only had to dial 7 digits instead of 10. But it's even amazing now how most young people can't even remember their own phone number. Yeah, go ahead and greet each other up, everyone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ASMR kind of thing. Yeah, just have that going in the background for hours. Just that rotary sound, that would be interesting. I had, you can remember when I finally got my own phone in my room, we had to have the phone company come out and put the port in the wall when my parents allowed me to have a phone in my room. I think it was around 16 or so, might have been 17, when I finally got the phone in my room. But of course, it was still shared by our whole family, so only one person at a time could use the phone. Or you could listen in on somebody else. Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Sam's new video from Friday, he put it up Friday night. He, by accident, had his dash cam set to night mode, even though he was driving during the day. So he looks really freaky in his vest that he always wears in his videos, or is glowing. He looks like he's right out of the Tron movie or something. It's a great video, guys. Check that out. And if you're not subscribed to Sam, go ahead and grab him up. He's got a great channel. And if you or somebody needs some driving lessons, he's got, just an endless supply of tips when it comes to learning how to drive. He teaches driver safety classes on the weekends. So extremely knowledgeable when it comes to that, especially for New York. So if you know somebody in the New York area, he's up on all of those driving laws and policies. Sure thing, Sam. Always happy to give you a shout out for your channel for sure. So Josh, are you still in here? Is Josh still in the house, or did he head out? Maybe he popped out. Okay, Sam, you've got to go. Well, thanks for coming in. I always appreciate coming into my stream, Sam. Hope you have a great Monday of driving, and stay safe out there. Hopefully the weather in New York isn't too bad today. Oh, you have to walk to your bus. Hopefully you don't have to walk too far. And hopefully the weather will cooperate for you today as you drive around the city. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. You had to park on the second level of the parking lot. I have to look for parking every day. Oh, really? Oh. So you can't really take public transport to get to your bus, where you ride your bus, or is it best just to drive your own car? Maybe that just gives you more flexibility. So I don't know if I've ever asked you how far away you live from where you have to drive your bus. Maybe it's pretty far. Oh man. But thanks for coming in, Sam. Appreciate it. Is anyone else here left in the chat? Let me see if anybody else around. I know I've got two people still here in the house listening in. No, I always find parking. I have to find a good parking spot that's available. Okay. You always seem to manage to find parking. You know, a lot of people here that I know that have to work in downtown Seattle, most of them take public transport. Parking is just too expensive, too hard to find in downtown Seattle. And there's a light rail being constructed that's supposed to be finished in about 5 years. It actually goes right by our house. And I took it from the airport last week to the northernmost point at the University of Washington. And it was a good experience. I enjoyed doing it. I'm about 20 minutes away from my wife's job. I drop her off. Oh, yeah. That makes sense if you're dropping her off. See you later, Sam. Appreciate you coming in this morning and hanging out. Always a joy to have you in. See what going on here. See if might be some other streams going on. That some other people are in. Okay. Galleon, welcome in. Great to have you in this morning. You just missed Big Mac Sam. He was on his way out because he had to walk to the bus that he drives in New York City to get ready for his shift. What are you up to today, Galleon? And so the title I gave to my stream was today's the 56th anniversary of the touch-tone phone working. Yeah, I figured you probably would be. So yeah, I was asking people earlier what you remember about the touch-tone phone. We were actually talking about rotary phones. Got the RV back together yesterday. Oh, great. So it had been apart. And everyone, make sure to check out Galleon's Adventures. Check out their channel. They do a lot of great reviews on the places that they visit. And they kind of weekend warriors. They both have full-time jobs, but are very active on YouTube and are growing really well. Very loyal supporters. And they just put up a video this weekend about their Kansas City experience. They did a collab with another RV channel, so be sure to check them out. Okay, so you took the kitchen table out and made an editing station. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. So you're retrofitting your RV for YouTube. Very cool. Welcome in, Liza Jane. Great to have you in too. Appreciate you all coming in here on Monday morning, the 56th anniversary of the touch-tone phone. And I remember having a rotary phone when I was a kid, and I was just barely, at one point, I think we had a party line with some other neighbors, but that was really early on. Don't really remember it. Getting ready for full-time RV life, really? So you're just going to work remotely then, Galleon? You guys have jobs that you can just take on the road. That would be really cool. I would really enjoy that. My wife and I both love to travel. She's probably probably has the travel bug more than I do. She would probably travel more if she could. But we both have traveled internationally a lot in our 20s. Oh yeah, that's right. You're retiring. So when is the big retirement party? So Liza says, I was going to say rotary phone, and yes, my grandmother had a party line. Okay. Yeah. And I was telling everyone earlier, a few minutes ago, that I remember getting my first phone line, or not phone line, but my first phone in my room when I was a teenager. And I talk about, with young people, I talk about how we used to have to share the phone. Only one person could use it at a time. And they just look at me like I'm from another planet. Like, what are you talking about? You had 4 people in your house and only one person at a time could use a phone? It just blows them away. That we're downsizing now, but still 4.5 years out. Okay. Yeah, I mean, think about how much you need to do to prepare, and you want to be ready to go once you hit that retirement point, especially if you want to be full-time RVers. That is, I'm sure there's a lot to do to prepare for that. Yeah, and by then you guys will have a huge YouTube channel and strong growth, so I can see that really taking off when you do hit retirement. So, how's everybody doing in here related to their YouTube growth and the new policies that are rolling out? And of course, we have December 10th on the horizon for when these policies are going to be really taking force. So Galleon, how are you guys doing with your watch hours on your channel? I mean, you typically put out longer videos. I wonder if you have a good amount of watch hours just because your videos are longer. I've been fortunate I have several videos that are performing really well for me that are bringing in the majority of my watch hours. And so as I put up more videos, I really try to pay attention to the SEO aspect and work that into my titles, my tags, file names, and so forth. And that's really helped. I mean, obviously not every video is catching onto the algorithm, and I've seen a few of my videos take up to 60 days before they really start beginning to grow, some of which I never expected to have that sort of interest, but it's been cool to watch. Still way out on watch hours. I figure keep putting out videos and it'll get better. The last video was the first video with Final Cut Pro. Oh, okay, you guys are using that. Diz Dream, welcome in. Great to see you. I saw a little bit of your Lake Erie live stream. I didn't have much time yesterday to really come into the chat, but I did watch that for a little bit. Didn't look like it was too cold there by the lake. At least not yet. Maybe so is that really cold, freezing weather over for the most part then? So do you guys live in the Lake Erie area? Maybe wasn't sure on where you're living. It says it was cold for me, but not too bad. Okay. And you guys are moving to Florida soon, aren't you? Just our dream. Aren't you guys moving to the Orlando area soon so that you can be on the ground with Pittsburgh? Okay. I have a friend who grew up in Erie, and then my father-in-law actually grew up in a really small town not far from there. And I went to visit that. I used to live in Pennsylvania. I used to live in State College, right in the middle of the state. But I never did get up to Lake Erie. Yes, moving to Florida is the plan, maybe in the next year. Oh, okay. I thought I remember saying something in your stream that you were going to be buying a house soon down there. Yeah, go ahead and greet each other up, everyone. Don't forget the thumbs up as you come in. I would really appreciate that. Oh, you are looking at houses. Yeah, I thought that you all had mentioned that in one of your streams. Yeah, we've been in the Seattle area for a long time and really like it here. We plan on being here for a good while. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And it doesn't get it doesn't get extremely cold here, which is great. Mostly our winters are in the 30s and 40s. We do get down in the 20s occasionally. That's usually like in January, sometimes early February. It can get extremely cold, but it's generally temperate all the way through Christmas. Usually after Christmas, it starts. That's kind of our really cold time of the year, from the end of December through first part of February. So he's saying that's not too bad. It gets really cold here. Yeah, I remember when I lived there. When I moved to Pennsylvania in 1996, January of 96. I don't know if you guys lived in Pittsburgh at that point. There was a major blizzard in that year in January. So I moved there, and about 2 or 3 days later, that blizzard hit. There was already 14 inches of snow on the ground, and then this blizzard hit, gave us another 12 to 14 inches, and they actually shut down the interstate. And everything was closed down. I can still remember sledding on the streets, and it was actually a lot of fun. Galleon says he's already tired of the cold. Yeah. Well, your season's just beginning. I don't mind the cold. I mean, I don't want extreme like what I had growing up in Indiana. But I also don't like the extreme heat either. That's what's nice about living in this area, is we don't get that real high humidity out here. So Dis says, yes, the snow is crazy. We've been here all of our lives. Yeah, I didn't spend much time in Pittsburgh, though. Been through it, stopped in for a day a long time ago. I went whitewater rafting in an area that's not far from there, but didn't spend much time there. I probably have been to Philadelphia more than I've been to Pittsburgh. The heat in Florida can get rough, yeah, for sure. Heat in Florida. I heard someone use an analogy the other day of, what was it? It was like, just going through something hard. It's like waiting for the bus that is running late in Florida in high summer. Pittsburgh's not very exciting, though it seems like things are really improving in Pittsburgh from what I hear, but I guess that could just be rumor. When we were at Mount St. Helens, the highs were 54. Yeah, it can be cold. We had a really unusually cold July. That was really unusual. Welcome in, this old helmet. Great to have you in this morning. Be sure to greet everybody up. Hit the thumbs up button, everyone. Really appreciate you coming in this morning. Much better than the old days with the steel mills. Yeah, it's kind of the same situation up around Chicago. In the northwest part of Indiana, Gary, Indiana was notorious for steel mills. If you've seen the movie Rudy, that's exactly what it was like. Wilton, welcome in. This might be your first time in one of my streams. Appreciate you being in here. Don't forget the thumbs up. Everyone, turn that thumb blue, please. Greet each other up the right way. Remember that YouTube is cracking down on all sides, so we need to make sure to just do things respectfully, be good supporters of one another, make sure that you are watching people's videos in full, leaving genuine comments, and just being a loyal supporter of the channels that you really believe in and the people that you're connecting with, because YouTube will unsubscribe you from channels that you're not supporting. Yes, YouTube sure is cracking down. Yeah, they are. It's like airport security. There's a few bad apples that are ruining it for the rest of us, and unfortunately, we're all funneled through. We're all funneled through a straw to to be able to enjoy the same perks about YouTube that we've always enjoyed. And it's not making it impossible, but it definitely makes it more taxing and just more frustrating. But I think it really is just a great reminder that we need to be authentic, hardworking creators. We put up the content that's within our niche, making sure that it is relevant to our audience or to the audience we're trying to reach, and just being faithful to do it day after day. I mean, if you follow Theo Joe, he's got a massive channel, but he put up a video this weekend on, is it still worth being a YouTuber? It's a long video, it's 20 minutes, but he's really good at just kind of explaining the fact that even though he's a full-time YouTuber, he's probably making a lot of money from YouTube, from endorsements, whatnot. He's reminding everyone that it's not all glamour. It's hard work. And he says there's days where he really doesn't want to do it, or he just doesn't know what to put up. And I think if you follow the Albert family channel, at one point they mention, they wrestle with disappointment of like, why are we growing so slow? But then they said, the benefit of it is that you learn, and you're learning a lot about your niche, your channel. If you grew really fast and exploded overnight, you probably wouldn't be prepared for sustaining your channel because of not having the experience of learning the process. So, just our dream. May in Thailand, welcome in this morning. Great to have you in from the other side of the water. Appreciate you coming into my stream this morning. Everyone greet up Mai in Thailand. Mai or May? Not quite sure how to pronounce that, but I haven't seen you in my stream for a little while. Yeah. So we have, I was telling Sam earlier this morning, I've had more and more people reaching out to me to do product reviews. And it's been really encouragement, something that I never expected, that people would find me on YouTube and then want me to review their products. So it's kind of fun to be able to get all these free products to try out that goes along with the niche of my channel. Welcome in. Danny is the best. What's my stream all about? Well, my stream today is we're chatting. I like to feature something interesting about the day. So today's the 56th anniversary of the touchtone phone. But generally my stream is to be able to connect with each other, share our YouTube experiences, learn some aspects of my channel, and we want to help each other to grow legitimately. This is definitely not a sub for sub stream, but it's a place where we can connect legitimately. and we can support one another the right way. Welcome in, Barefoot. Great to have you in this morning. So it's a place where creators or even YouTube viewers can come in and learn. So Danny's asking, have I ever used a Robin Quivers Peanuts pump? No. Don't even not even sure what that is. No. Interesting. Not even sure what that is, but yeah, you can enlighten me on what that is. It's something to make peanut butter with. But it is fun to be able to be sent different products. In fact, I have a video going up in about 15 minutes where I review, let me see if I can find it. Where I review this. You'll see what this is in the new video I put up here. And yeah, it's going up in about 15 minutes. So I was sent that. So just a lot of different tools, technology products. Oh, peanuts pump. Yes, it makes nut butter. Oh, that's cool. He's a troll, huh? So, are you referring to who are you referring to, Barefoot? So, what has he been in your streams before? So he's saying that Danny is a troll. Okay. Well, if he is, then I mean he hasn't done anything that's out of bounds in my opinion at this point. But so Danny, if you are indeed a troll, my stream is definitely not for you. But if you're going to come in here and have a legitimate conversation, that's fine. I don't know why you're thinking that. Okay. Well, all right. Well, thanks for letting me know that, Barefoot. We'll definitely take care of it if something gets out of hand. But I appreciate the heads up on that. Yeah. So it looks like you've been putting up more videos, Barefoot. Looks like you've been doing a lot more traveling around in Florida. Welcome in, everyone. Don't forget the thumbs up for the stream here today. Appreciate you all coming in. It's a pleasant surprise to just have you all visiting me on Monday morning. Great to see that everybody is up and active. So you filmed the Carnival Museum yesterday. Cool. I still have some in inventory. Okay. Danny, this isn't a self-promotion channel. So I'm going to retract that comment. So no self-promotion in here, please. So Barefoot says train robbery, end of the month. So you're doing a video on like a train robbery reenactment. Yes, thanks for abiding by that, Danny. I'll keep you in the stream, but you've got to abide by the rules. Yeah, your mermaid one definitely seems to have caught a lot of people's eye and definitely seems to be doing well. Barefoot. Okay, Galleon. Thanks for staying in. Appreciate that. And Galleon just retrofitted their RV to put a studio in it, a YouTube studio, or editing studio rather. So I think that's really cool as they prepare for their retirement in a few years and go on the road full time. Oh, you had someone come talk to you, Galleon? Yes, I'm going back and film the Little Mermaid portion of the show. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of interesting parks to visit there in Florida. And when I was there, I guess it's been a week and a half now. I would have loved to stop off and see more places. I just didn't have time to see. I mean, I pretty much just went straight to the resort, went to my conference, and then flew back. So you're going to Savannah, Georgia over Christmas. Is that to visit family? I don't think I've ever been to Savannah, Georgia. I've been to Georgia several times, but I don't know if I've ever been through Savannah. Been to Atlanta several times. And I've driven through Georgia on my way to Florida. Been in Florida my whole life, basically. Never been to Weeki Wachee, really. There's a lot of places I've never seen out here in the Seattle area, and I've been here for 14 and a half years. Yeah, and for what you're doing on your channel, that's definitely getting you out to explore new places, which is cool. Galleon says, we're making changes to our channel, editing off Final Cut Pro now and shooting video with the Canon M50. Nice. Oh, this is our dream. Thanks for coming in. Great talking with you too, and we'll look forward to your live streams. You got some fantastic live streams, so hope you have a good day. Yeah, and congrats on just the upping the quality of your filming there, Galleon. I'd love to get a DSLR, but at this point, I'm just content with using my phone. Was that recommended, Galleon? Did you hear about that through Sean Cannell or one of the larger YouTuber reviews? Because I remember watching his video on it last year and just thinking, oh, I'd love to have that camera. So Barefoot says, my wife wants to buy me one for Christmas. Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess I'm just going to be left in the dust with all you guys getting these high-end cameras and putting in a lot of editing time. But I've been happy for the videos that I do. I mean, my phone works great. I've been very pleased with it. Oh, it has a gimbal built in. Yes, I really want to be able to get a gimbal, especially when I'm doing some videos where I'm walking around or a live stream. I think Disar Adventure, I think they use a gimbal because whenever they're walking around, it's very steady. It's not shaky at all. So Danny's saying Nick Fuentes has the best live stream, very aesthetic. I'll have to keep that in mind. Thanks for letting us know that. Barefoot says, I'm still looking for the deal of a lifetime. Yeah, this is the time of year where you can definitely find some deals. What I would do is get, is put in a search for that type of product, and then when it pops up at a particular price, then you can jump on it. There's different apps that you can use to track pricing on these products. Gallion says, I've got stabilizing, but I'm still getting a gimbal for it. Yeah, that definitely will help. Especially gimbals aren't cheap either, especially the good ones. If you get a good quality gimbal, that would be great, especially if you do some driving around in your video, or Gallion, you have a lot of walk-arounds, so I can see how that's really going to help you guys out. Not that what you're doing now isn't good, it's just that's really going to. So Danny, a gimbal is a stabilizing device. It's like a rotator cuff ball that you mount your camera on, so that when you're walking around or driving, instead of it being shaky, it's very fluid and stable, and just provides a very smooth experience. Yeah, that would definitely up their game for sure for Gallion. Yeah, it's so if the new GoPro that came out last year, I guess it's already been out for a year, they have built-in stabilization. But if you watch different channels where they've reviewed it and they've compared it to a traditional gimbal, it's not quite as good as the high-end gimbals, but it's definitely getting close. And if you film in 4K, then what you can do is when you go to process it, you can process it in 1080, and that helps with stabilization too. The M150 won't be shooting on the ATVs, it will still use the Sonys. Okay. Yeah, probably don't want to take the M50 on the ATV. Yeah, I'd love to do one where I have a GoPro, but the quality just isn't very good, because I'd love to do one where I've got it mounted on my car somewhere. Maybe I'm, assessing an issue with the car, so you mount it underneath where you can kind of track something that's making a noise. And it would be great if it had that stabilization effect. But I just haven't, I don't really have the money to buy the newer GoPro or a high-end gimbal right now. I'm calling today to see if I can get my drone quicker. Oh, you're getting a drone. That's cool. Congrats on that. I would love to have a drone, but I'd have pretty limited use for it here in the Seattle area. So many people are wary of those things. You'd have to take it more to an open area, and those are just further away from where I live, and I don't want to just go to a park and then film random things at the park. Oh. All right, everyone. unfortunately, as much as I would love to stick around, I'm going to need to shut down the stream. Got to get on with some work today. And but it's been great. Thank you so much for coming in, chatting, celebrating the 56th anniversary of the touchtone phone with me. And Galleon said the drone is for ATVs and hiking. Yeah, that is very cool. Well, maybe if I start an outdoor channel someday, I'll definitely consider getting one myself or some other channel. But hope you guys all have a great Monday. And my new video's dropping here in just like 2 minutes if you want to check it out. The review of this product that was sent me. And be sure, if you haven't hit the thumbs up for this stream, make sure to do that on your way out. And so Galleon says, as soon as I get it, we'll show a new intro. Very cool. Look forward to that. Yep. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, everybody. And you all have a great day. For those of you just now popping in, I'm needing to shut down the stream. Texas Rider, thank you so much for popping in. Glad to have you in. See you, Galleon. Texas Rider, be sure to check out my next stream. Great to have you pop in, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to shut down and get on with some work today. But always enjoy having you in. So be sure to hit the thumbs up on your way out, Texas Rider, or on your way out. And you guys have a fabulous Monday, and I will see you again soon. Take care.